So as you can see, I've now put the, not the finished bit, but put the thing back on the track, making sure it's all fits in nice and neat. I've still got a few bits to do, but what I'm now going to do is just bind over these few pieces here, seal that gap there, and just to start stiffening up and basically start plastering this up. So I've got some plaster cut here, and I've got my water. So the first bit I'm going to do, without spilling it, actually before I even do that, what I need to do is cover all this over, because this is all going to start coming over the track if I'm not careful. So I'll be back in a minute, cover it over with some newspaper, and then we'll go from there. Alright, I'm back with some newspaper. Just turn the camera slightly so you can see what I'm going to do. I've covered the whole track area, so I'm just going to seal those gaps there and see where we go from here. So this one, this long bit, I'm just going to push onto this. Oh, this is a little more difficult than I thought, but I'll get it on. Perhaps what I want to do is give it a nice finish. Perhaps I need my brushes here. My fingers aren't doing it. That's better, easier. I want to tuck that in. No, that's not doing it either. A bit harder than I thought. I need that to come down a bit further. Wow, this is a lot harder than I thought. If I can get a bigger brush. I wonder if it's because I'm wetting it too much or not enough. I'll leave that for now. And then perhaps it's better off going from this direction. Layer it over. I don't know if you can see. Let me just check the view on that. Yeah, you can just about see that. Again, a brush comes in handy, just to get it into the contours. I don't want to lose the definition of the rock. At the same time, I need to seal that gap up. And also get it down to the bottom. Now we've got a canny plan, he said. In my last video I was debating about the angle, or the building, sorry, that was going to go there, and I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to make this the mine area, because these gaps make a perfect entrance, and that rail that's coming down then will become the line to pick up the coal that's come out of there. So it won't be a deep cast mine, it will be a mine that's dug into the side, if you see what I mean. I might have to do something with this because it's a bit, but yeah, we'll see. Carry on playing about with this, get it nice and wet so it'll stick. Get it on there, and hopefully when that's dry it'll be nice and hard, and then put plaster all over this then. Okay, so having covered up the crack there, left that open there, and that bit on the far end there, I don't know if you can see it right at the far end. What I'm now going to do is to put the track down. So we're using this, I'm going to cut off some strips, get it in the water, drop my brush in the water, give it a good salt, 30 seconds or so, and then just fold it over to create the impression of a road, just to give it the base. So now I've mixed the plaster up, and I've mixed it very loose to start with because I want it to cover those road tracks, to make that road up. So all I'm doing is very just the edges there, just to let it come in and settle down at its own level. Just pouring it in there, and hopefully that'll give me the basis to make that. And then I'm spooning it on because I'm using the back of the spoon to smooth it down, as it were, and then hopefully that'll help cover all those loose bits and give me a nice ledge to work with. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, so that's the plan, and then I'll put some more plaster in to thicken it, so I can start applying it to the sides. Although I could start doing these bits now just to smooth that out. When I take this off, I don't want it to start folding up again, then I'm going to get it right again. So, oh, that's what I didn't want to do. But I'll start thickening it up now. Oh, basically all I've got to do is wait a bit and it'll thicken up on its own. Because the plaster now is starting to go off, so it shouldn't be as runny. And yes, you get your fingers into it, you get nice and dirty with this. So it should cover all that nicely and give it a nice smooth surface. Just catch any extra drips. And so I'll just carry on doing this for a bit. As the plaster's wearing, yeah, I can feel it now going off. So time is of the essence, ladies and gentlemen. let's have a look what we got. You missed that bit because the camera was, so I'm now going to work on this bit here. So I'll just move the camera to that side so you can see it. This stuff is going off really quick, so I've got to get on with it. Less talking, more moving. See, I'm having problems on this bit now because it's bouncing back out, sticking to my fingers. Where's the water when you need it? So at this point I decided I'd had enough of the plaster. It was just drying so quickly. So as you can see from part of the model there, I started to go back to my old method of the paper towel and glue. So you can see from various bits, and as I'm going to put on now, it was a lot easier, it was a lot cleaner, my fingers didn't get stuck, it's messy, and I just enjoyed the whole process of it. So I finished off the mounting using this method, sticking it on and just mashing it down, and it gave me a better result, to be honest with you, because I got smoother edges. So I'll carry on, fast forward this so you can see the finish of this. Okay, so having covered the whole tunnel now with paper towel, just got a case of wait for it to dry off. You'll notice that I've actually put in there's a tunnel there. Thank you to Mark from Hemel Down. He gave me an idea. We were talking about the road, and he mentioned about tunnels where the road went in and out, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll try that. But then it didn't really, sort of what I tried to do didn't really work. So what I'm going to do though is use that as an entrance to a mine, and have this now as a mine area where coal is brought out and stored over here, and get some cranes and things, and the railroad will come up, the track will come up to here where they can be loaded on and taken away. You'll see now the definition for the road going up to the farm is a lot better, and I've created this slope that's going to come from the bridge here, that's going to go across there. It'll turn left down there, but also will be an access for the track, farm vehicles going up there, and that will come down, and that will be the way that the cars and trucks and lorries get in here. So we'll have access for the old lorries to take the coal away, and for the trains to take the coal away. So this will be quite a busy area. I'm looking at sort of shoring up this this corner bit, and I'm experimenting with some lollipop sticks. I saw a video where they were doing a similar thing for the coal states, and I thought, if I do that, I don't know if it's going to look right, but I'll have a play about with it. So I tried doing a few bits like that, because I can't do anything now until all this is dry, and until it's dry, it's really no point. I've got to cut the card cut out here so I can work this bridge, work the road down, so it's going to come up there and over and down, so it's like an S shape, and try that. I might have to have a go at building my own type of bridge as well. So that's where we are now. So it's just a case of waiting to dry. It's a lot easier using a paper towel, I must admit, than the plaster. The plaster really got on my nerves because it's so messy. But you know, different strokes for different folks. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the way it's turned out. Wait for it all to dry. It's going to take about 3 or 4 days. That's the only problem when you're using paper towel and water and glue. It takes a lot longer to dry out. But yeah, altogether very good. See what we come up with next.